So friends, once you have picked out what kind of font you really like, or you've had some practice, adding some decorations is always fun, especially when we're doing like a fun little quote, if we're writing our name, making a little sign. One of it is the drop shadow, which is basically you write out your word how you normally would, and then you take another color or make another line and you create a shadow. Just like we would put a shadow on the side of an object, that shadow is going to go on the same side of every letter. And so I did my word in my light green and then did my shadow in my dark green. You can use whatever colors you want. Another one is just outlining it. This one is outlined twice. There's adding a little dotted outline, which is fun, and then also adding dots inside of it. In the backs of your packets, there's some inspirational quotes at the top. It's in really light lettering, so you can trace over top of it to practice. And then the bottom, you can try it out yourself. I just used regular Crayola markers for this, and I thought about adding little decorations and got some ideas from here. Here's another one. And then maybe I'll try this one with you guys. But in the end, if you don't have any of these packets, I just want you to practice words. But once you finish, think about what you want to make. Do you want to make a name tag? Do you want to make, take a white piece of paper and put one of the quotes that you really like on here? I have some examples posted on your Schoology, but also I will have it in class for you to look at as well. So I am a big do it in pencil first kind of person, and I always start with the bigger word first. So I'm going to do the good. So again, just like I'm looking at a picture helping me draw, it's the same thing. So I'm going to write good. So I'm going to go up, and then down, and then over and around. From my O, down, up, and around, and then I'm going to stop. Down, up, over and around, then I'm going to stop. I stop in between every letter just to kind of resituate myself. You don't have to do it all in one go. Here's my D. I'm going to go down, up, down, and stop. And then this one, I'm actually going to start here. And then I'm going to curve it around, and then down and up. Okay? There's my good. And then the C, the. I'm thinking about where the S is in relationship to the G. So I'm going to put the S here. And it's okay if it's not exactly the same. It's just kind of giving you some ideas to help. And again, don't be afraid to erase. I erase all the time. And then my little decorations. You know what? I think this is I'm gonna make this come down a little bit lower. There we go. And then it looks like little droplets of water I'm gonna draw in here. And again, you can change it, make it your own. You don't have to copy it exactly how it is. Now I'm going to grab some markers and trace around it. Do the G first. And now I'm going to try that making it thicker, so then it's up, and then it's going to get thicker on the down, up, and then thicker on the down. And I am going to fill this in and make it thicker. So my D, I'm going to make my O's. Okay, so on this one it's the down, down, and then on the curve there's kind of a downstroke too. And again, I'm going to fill those in. Again, you can leave it unfilled in too. It has a neat look. Sometimes I trace over those lines again too, just to... Missed that line there. That's okay. It's our downstroke. It's going to get thicker anyways. So here's our down. It's down here. And I'm just going to add a little flourish at the end of here. Okay, there's my good. I'm going to write Sida. Do that in green. I'm not going to make any of this thicker because it's pretty thin writing. You could make it thicker though if you wanted. And then I'm going to do splashes. Do a pop of color. But again, you can use these booklets as practice. If you're not using the booklet, you can try it on a blank piece of paper. You can try whatever words, whatever fonts you really like that we've learned. Maybe just use some of these examples to get ideas to make your own quote. And maybe you just want to keep practicing your lettering and your words, and you don't create an end project, and that's okay too. But if you want to think of a quote, if you want to practice some of those different fonts, I love combining different fonts to create my quotes, adding little details to make it more interesting to look at. But really have fun with this. Maybe even just make a name tag and write your name using really fun lettering. Can't wait to see what you come up with.